did tell a bit of a lie there.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
This is going to be a long slog, this life for me.
Are you on drugs? Are you fucking on drugs? I'm going to go mad!
Well, hello, hennies. How are we all doing? How's everybody holding up? Oh, my fucking sister's ringing me. Jesus, she knows I'm busy. You know what? Might as well take my coat off, actually. Once stuff's on for me, it's on. I won't take my shoes off all day now. So, hello, hens. How are we all doing? How's everybody holding up? I bring to you today quite a sad video, honestly. I made a video probably like 2 months ago, maybe 1 or 2 months ago, I don't know. It's all a blur during Corona, a stressful, surreal blur. The video was saying we need to talk about skin tones, and other people in the community already spoke about it, and then a lot of people in the community spoke about it after. So basically, the fact that we need to talk about skin tones has been a really talked about topic in The Sims 4. We have needed to talk about skin tones. I get the whole simplicity of The Sims 4. This is my opinion on The Sims 4, right? This is my conspiracy theory on The Sims 4. The Sims 4 was brought out around the time that minimalism, living a minimalist style, minimalist aesthetic and everything was at its peak. A lot of stuff got stripped back, although some stuff just isn't to do with minimalism really, and it's just like, I just can't excuse it. Skin tones in The Sims 4 didn't have a colour slider. This led on to the Sims team releasing a statement saying that they're working on skin tones, and we're going to get a big update in December, which is finally addressing these issues, and I think we're getting a slider and other improvements to it. But what they did say is that an update would come that would fix some of these issues that we're currently having with the textures, with the skin tones. Little bit too late, better late than never and all that. I'm not too sure how I felt about the letter regarding skin tones, because it just kind of felt like, yeah, we've really messed this bit up massively and really alienated a whole group of people. But look what else we've done. Also, the next expansion pack isn't anything anybody asked for. That's how that letter read to me. But you know what? I still appreciate the letter in a backward sense. It's like that toxic relationship you have where you think that they'll love you. Anyway, right, I'm projecting.
Well, I love you.
No, you don't, Topper. You love the idea of me. You love being seen with me, but you don't love me.
I was displeased, but I was also kind of hopeful in some sense. And then we got the update, and this is the part of the video, honey, where I'm going to just change the setup slightly. Are we ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. Okay, everybody, I'm going to need your faces available in the Zoom call. Please don't mute your mic. Today I'm going to be doing a presentation. I look like, you know when you watch the telly a little bit too late, and then you've got the person who does sign language. My grandma tried to teach me sign language when I was a kid. This is microwave apparently, and this is washing machine, but my grandma makes it up as she goes along with a lot of things, so take that with a pinch of salt. The update came, the update saw, the update failed. And do you know what? Right, the way that perhaps the team went about this is the issue. Next slide, please. This could have been handled a lot better. How this could have been handled a lot better, you ask? They'd have said, hey hens, or something to that extent. As we try to improve things, we've realised more errors within the skin tones, so we are researching this issue further. We didn't want to leave you without nothing, so we've still released the semi-updated skin tones, but these skin tones improved upon in the future. Thank you for your patience, the Sims team. Instead, we were just left with, next slide please, no real explanation. I'm not the brainiest person in the world, but I just think that if you were gonna put the expectations here and then deliver here without any real explanation, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. Which is where I will go with my next slide. The issue, I think, is in the way the Sims team communicate via Twitter. Thank you. So, we did actually get some update on the skin tone. SimGuru Frost, really nice man. I am a little bit intimidated by him, I'm not gonna lie to you. But the thing is, SimGuru Frost said, yes, we found some issues with the skin textures. I know that SimGuru Frost is the community manager, so his job is to interact with the community. Should he really be the one to say via Twitter replies that there's an issue? I feel like the Sims team, you know, someone higher up, like someone like Lindsay Pearson perhaps, should say something here. Hello, just editing me just to pop in to explore this point further. I think as well, it shouldn't all be down to SimGuru Frost, because the Sims team have set their own precedent that SimGuru Lindsay will respond to these issues and it'll make it in EA.com, and they'll have a written update to talk about these updates, because they've already had 2 updates talking about how they're going to fix all of the issues in the Sims and also the new things that are going to come in the game. So really bigging themselves up up. These type of written letters, although a little bit performative, it makes it sound like the Sims team are actually interested in the issue and they're really looking to improve themselves. But when the update doesn't necessarily go to plan and when they find more issues and the issues are still lasting and people are still getting blotchy skin tones, even on higher end computers, because I've seen reports of people having them there too, then only having an update on this in Twitter replies is unfair to Sim Guru Frost, because then that puts the burden on him, when really the Sims team have set their own precedent that Lindsay Pearson responds to this kind of situation. So it makes it seem like a bit more of a farce and something that they're just trying to sweep under the rug when we don't get a written update on how this update has failed. You know, shouldn't just be in Twitter replies. I just don't think it's fair to Frost. Because the thing is, right, it is all just the fact that expectations were here, the reality was here, and there was no explanation, and then it ended up on Sim Guru Frost having to explain it in Twitter replies, which I feel sorry for the man. I'll be honest with you. Frost, is this a Britney situation, Henny? Is it? Because I'll come and get you. I just feel like because a big statement was made about the skin tones, that maybe these issues still being prevalent in the skin tones should maybe have a statement by Lindsay Pearson, do you know what I mean? Also, I stand for the hunchback, right? My posture, gone. Hotel, Travago. So basically, it's a big fat communication issue, which I feel like, honestly, is the reason that the skin tones issue got so bad, because I'm just not seeing this upper level of communication between the Sims team and the Sims players, and I feel like it all relies upon Sim Guru Frost to do it, when I feel like, as much as Sim Guru Frost, he does interact with the community a lot and he is the community manager, but I don't feel like something as important as skin tones, or lack thereof in The Sims 4, should purely be relying upon Frost to explain. Free Frost 2020. We need more open levels of communication, because otherwise they're saying, hey, we're going to do all this, and then it doesn't work, but they don't explain that it hasn't worked or that they found more issues, which then leaves us more upset. And see, the thing is, the Sims team are silent with a lot of things. They were silent on skin tones for a while, and some people think that silence isn't a form of communication, but silence is a form of communication, and it doesn't necessarily read well, especially in cases like skin tones, especially when there's a civil movement happening as we live and breathe, especially when this is also prevalent in society. That silence on an issue doesn't read well. This could have all been so easily avoided. Like, if the Sims team want to hire me as the head of the marketing department, you know, because I don't just want to see the Sims team Twitter just sharing people's builds. Great, I love that you do that. Never favorited one of my builds. Don't even follow me on either Instagram or Twitter. Wonder why. But I would like to see them be like, hey, we're doing an update to celebrate Japanese culture. If you're Japanese, say your favourite from your culture. Hello, editing me back again. And by this point, I'm not saying that they just don't conduct anybody about culture and anything like that, because they do work with people, like, for example, here with the Hispanic update, they worked with Somos EA, and it does sound good and stuff like that. And I'm not critiquing that. I think that's a good thing, and I think that they need to rely on outside groups to be able to properly execute something, even if they can't just say an update ahead of time. When they release an update, I'd like to see them really involve the community, or I'd just like to see some more open levels of communication, because at the minute it feels like we're screaming and screaming and screaming for things, and it's just fallen upon deaf ears. Deaf. Jesus, I think I need to go back to university. My IQ points are dropping every single day I leave. I'm forgetting how to spell things now. It's actually getting to be an issue. At the minute, it feels like we have to push and 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 push for any kind of response, and then we get the response and it's a half-baked response. And then they deliver a product and it's a half-baked product. And I think it would have been completely fine if they'd have said, we found more issues with skin tones while we were trying to fix them, so we've released what we can fix for now, and then we will update. If we had that open level of communication, I feel like we'd be like, you know, it takes time, but I feel like being open about the time it takes, brilliant. But this, like, well, they go, yeah, we're gonna fix it. Yeah, we said we'd fix it in December. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like it feels passive aggressive. Hello, my final point before I wrap everything up is sometimes people label me as that girl who hates Sims 4 but only ever played Sims 4. And I just want to say, I don't enjoy talking about this kind of stuff. In fact, it really, really, really pains me that in 2020, in the midst of a civil rights movement, I'm still having to bring awareness to issues such as skin tones in The Sims 4, and that we're getting half-baked responses. I'm not enjoying this situation. I'm not. I wish that the Sims team could actually address these type of situations themselves, but instead it once again falls upon the community. And I'm saying these kind of things because I not only want the best for the Sims 4, but I also want the best for the people playing the Sims 4. I want people to be able to properly represent themselves in the game. And as a game changer with quite a large platform, now thank you very, very much, very close to 550,000 subscribers, I want to be able to use this platform to bring changes in The Sims 4. I want to be able to use this platform to actually spread some good. So I don't enjoy talking about these things, but I bloody well will, lovelies, because the Sims team aren't doing it, so I've got to. Thank you. Oh wait, no, my camera's still thingy. Thank you to coming to my PowerPoint presentation. It's all in the communication, my loves. It's all in the communication. And currently there's a lack of communication in The Sims 4. And there has been for a while, honestly. There has been. I'm actually thinking about doing a kind of new style of video like this. And it's kind of like an entire history of, but it's also kind of going to be like an Everything Wrong with The Sims 4 series where I compare like childhood throughout all of the games and stuff like that. I'm really excited to do that, and I've been thinking about doing that for a while, but obviously, you know, I had a mental health breakdown and then my best friend died, so that's kind of been pushed back. So yeah, I'm really excited for this kind of series. Let me know if that's what you would like to see. I'm also thinking about returning the entire history of series. I'm just feeling big fat inspired right now, loves, and you know what? I'm striking while it's hot. Thank you all very, very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, beach!